Hello, everybody, and today I'm talking about Ninja Turtles. This is gonna be kind of a hard week since I have midterms this week. Hopefully, I'll finish them all. But at the time, right now, I'm going to review Ninja Turtles. Hopefully, I can get videos out this weekend. I don't see why not. But anyway, the Pulverizer Returns is the next episode. So this came out probably 10 years ago, 9 years ago. And we see the return of the Pulverizer. Last time we saw him, he tried to stop the Krang, but failed to do so, which caused the Turtles to go after a power cell. But right now, it looks like the Pulverizer has joined the Foot Clan. Why did he? I don't know. So he can get ninja training, I guess. And so, I feel like the Pulverizer just made this choice. It felt odd to me, because, you never thought he would join the Foot Clan. But Shredder's sort of getting tired of foot soldier recruits because he feels they're easy to defeat. Because as shown early in this episode, the Turtles easily defeat the foot soldiers. And it's like a video game for them. We even get a coin sound when Donnie picks up something from them. And Raph is just really enjoying it. And so Splinter is kind of tired of them treating it like it's a game. So he wants to teach them to fight with their different weapons. While also they're trying to... Well, I guess Pulverizer's sort of going undercover towards the Foot Clan. Even when the Turtles tell him to quit, he's like, oh, I'll quit. But then, he didn't. And for some reason, the Pulverizer's wearing his Ninja Turtle outfit he made while also wearing a Foot Soldier outfit. Honestly, he joined the Foot Clan so Shredder can further his plans, I guess. Because maybe he somehow knew he's friends with the Turtles because of the way he's dressed. I guess, I don't know. And so, anyway, the Turtles do have to switch weapons. I think Mikey has Leo's swords. Donnie has the Raph's size. I think Leo has Donnie's staff. And I think Raph has the nunchucks. Mikey's nunchucks. I think Splinter basically wants to teach them about how you shouldn't rely on one's weapons. Instead, you should rely on what you have in a fight so you can get out of it. Because it doesn't matter if you have a certain weapon in a fight. If you don't, you're going to use what's around you to get out of that fight, for sure. Which is definitely confusing, but good lesson Splinter's definitely teaching. And we definitely see Turtles just wanting to rely on their weapons because when they find the Pulverizer, he then just calls out that they're over here, and he's just like, oh, sorry guys, I can't pull up my cover. I totally agree with Mikey when he says, not cool, dude. And then the Turtles have to fight with each other's weapons, and it fails. Then Leo just says, we have to just switch weapons. Even when Mikey pretends to lead, Leo's just like, just because you have swords doesn't make you the leader. Even Mikey does an expression of Leo, and Leo's just like, I sound nothing like that, and that's a good joke. And so the Turtles then switch weapons, and then they defeat all the Foot and take down Dog Pound and I guess Fish Face, and they all get away. And when they get down to the sewer, it honestly was a bad idea when the Turtles just say, when they're bragging about their weapons and they're complimenting themselves about it, and then Splinter's just like, so, you haven't learned my lesson, And so he makes them give them their weapons. It's sort of like a punishment, because Splinter just wants to teach them, I guess. And so the Turtles end up having to go without their weapons and have to rescue the Pulverizer because the Foot Clan kidnapped him, and they're planning to use an experimentation on him. And he does tell them they're going to make a mutant army. And so he volunteers for some reason because he wants to be like them. But he doesn't, and Donnie tries to tell him, he goes, the mutagen is dangerous. You don't know what that stuff can do to you. And he's so right, because if you just touch the mutagen, you can turn to literally anything. it seems like the mutagen has contact if you touch animals. Like, if you're in contact with an animal, say, like, you get bit by a dog, you then become a dog mutant. Just like Chris Bradford when he became Dogpound. And so the Pulverizer is then about to get dumped with mutagen by Dogpound and Fishface. And then Pulverizer's like saying, oh, there's one man that can save us all. He's thinking he can take down Shredder, but Shredder can take him down 1 inch. And so Donnie then comes in and rescues Timothy. That's his real name. And so the turtles also swoop in, and Leo's just like, aw, dang, our weapons. And so the turtles just grab random objects, and Leo's like, grab a weapon. Remember, anything can be a weapon. I think Donnie grabs a broom, Leo uses a pipe, Raph uses some wood, and I don't know what Mikey used. I think he just used a chain. And so Timothy is really trying to get into the mutagen, and Donnie's trying to prevent it, but too late. Timothy's been turned into this sort of blob organ mutant. And this just proves that Timothy is gone. He's no longer himself. He's just a pile of guts and slime. This is definitely a setup for later. When I first saw it as a kid, I was just like, whoa. Because that thing just looked freaky to me. And so the turtles end up having to get out of the building. And I like the part where when Timothy gets hit by the mutagen, he's like saying it burns. It shows what the effects are of the mutagen. It burns. Just like when Bebop, later in the show, falls in the mutagen and becomes a Bebop. And so he's like trapped in a tank of mutagen. He's just like, oh, it really burns. And he tries to touch I like the part where he tries to touch a foot soldier, but then he's just like, don't touch me, and then he just runs away. They're like trying to get away, but then looks like Fishface and Dogpound put a bomb in the warehouse, and the turtles are like, dang, we gotta get out of here. And so they put him in a little tank, and then the building explodes. They survive, of course. And then they tell Splinter that they learned their lesson, and Timothy got what he wanted. And so it looks like later in the show, Mugen Man comes, and very cool. So I don't have many memories with this episode. I was rewatching it to prepare for this review, but this episode was definitely an interesting episode. A lot going on. It was nice to see the Foot Clan. It's definitely a good setup, and it was kind of sad to see Timothy go, because he really just wanted to be friends with the turtles, but I guess he really just was a nice guy, maybe, but he ended up becoming a mutant. Not saying it's bad, it's just like he ended up becoming a bad guy in the end. That's what I'm trying to say. It's just like when he became Mugen Man, that he just lost his sanity. So, and I've probably been rambling on about this episode. I'd probably give it an 8. I know that's kind of weird, since the Pulverizer episodes are probably the least likely liked episodes. I don't know what the next episode is. I think it's the B episode where the turtles become zombies or something. I'll have to wait and see. So, thanks for watching, and Turtle Power!